They want him out of office and behind bars. After 16 years, they say Benjamin Netanyahu, known as Bibi, is unfit to serve this country for many reasons. Michal Genizov is a Canadian Israeli. She says Netanyahu has been prime minister for most of her life.
I'm so ashamed that they represent me. They don't think of Gazans as human beings, I don't think. And I am terrified of what will happen in this war if they stay in control.
We're outside the Israeli parliament, where protests are held several times a week.
They're shouting things like Bibi has blood on his hands, that he's a liar, and that he's a danger to the state.
It's a small but noisy crowd. On the other side of the barricade, the crowd is even smaller, with one man standing defiant.
First of all, I think Israel should occupy Gaza. I think the Palestinians in Gaza should go. I think we should have a population and move the population to other countries.
Once on the fringes, calling for the forced displacement of Palestinians is now the kind of rhetoric normalized under Netanyahu.
He actually believes that he is the Messiah, that he is the one that saves Israel, and there is something about him. No one can replace him. We are saturated by genocidal incitement.
A deal with ultra-nationalist parties with openly anti-Arab lawmakers is what keeps Netanyahu in power. Together, they form the most right-wing government the state of Israel has ever known. Since October 7th, one minister suggested to nuke Gaza. Another member of parliament called for a second Nakba, implying the ethnic cleansing of Palestinians. Earlier this year, while on trial for corruption charges, Netanyahu unveiled a plan to overhaul the judicial system. That triggered months and months of mass protests. The fear that power would be concentrated in the hands of just one man. Among those who took to the streets was Yael Alon, but she's here today for a different reason.
You lost your father in the War of 73 and your son in the War of 2023. What is your message to the government?
They have to go home. They fail, a big failure. They're responsible for what happened.
You're holding them responsible for the death of your son?
Yeah. There
is a kind of understanding here in Israel that whatever political implications and backlash is in the cards will only erupt when the war is over. So that is why he has an interest to prolong the war.
The longer the war, the longer Bibi will likely remain in power. Daniele Hamamdjian, Global News, Jerusalem.